Hey guys, what is up? We're back again with the program we're making in Flash. So let's get into it. I've I've realized the problem with the duplication of boxes when you draw. That is because if you trace, well, all that has to do with the mouse down function, but that won't be necessary in the future, the change I'm about to make. So if we trace, yes, every time the mouse was down and then it came back up and the object width was more than 10 and object width was larger than 10, you would see that. Just remember that's every time the mouse goes down and comes back up. So when we draw, if it's bigger, it says yes. But then if we click elsewhere, the mouse went down and came back up, it said yes again, because in the code on mouse down, all x is equal to x, mouse da 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 and all that, but the mouse did not drag. So every time we click, the object width is the same width and height. So if we click back there, it'll say yes again, and if we drag out, that's how many boxes. So what we need to do underneath, let me say again, this would not be necessary when we change this in the future, but underneath the code, out of the if object width, out of this code, we can say object width equals 0 and object height equals 0. So if we try it again, it only said yes once and there's only one box. And of course we can move around the boxes. Now that we have that working, let's get box resizer. So box mover, just duplicate this, call it box resizer, go into box, drag the box resizer down here, make it be right at this point of the box, give it the properties instance name of box res as in resizer, and double click it to go and change it up to, so in the box resizer, just change that up to that direction and rotate everything on that side. So this is our box resizer and our box mover. And back onto scene 1. The first thing we need to do when adding boxes, we need to let the box resizer's x and y value be equal to the width. Because if we don't, nothing will happen as yet. Let's get onto the code. Let's see. Take out this trace, yes. Copy this entire root.object_depth.onRelease and onPress. That's the box mover to move the box. And paste it and say change that to object res resizer and object res. Then we say in the object res, if current tool is equal to select tool, start drag this, not the parent but this. And if say that the box resizes there, we can drag the entire box because parent includes everything, and that's what this does. But the resizer, we can drag that wherever we want as well, and if we move the mover, that will move as well. So what we want to do now, since this box resizes x value is in the bottom right corner, we want the box is length and width values to be equal to whatever this x and y value is. So we can say root dot object depth dot box call dot on enter frame is equal to function. This, which is the box call, dot width is equal to his parent, this dot underscore parent dot this dot object depth dot symbol by the object depth dot box res dot x. So wherever the box res x is, when you drag it, this width will always be equal to that x value. And the same with the height being equal to the y value. The reason why we don't say root dot the similar object that box res is because when we add in more boxes, object depth will increase. So if symbol 1 object depth was 1, so it'll be symbol 1 1. This width is equal to symbol 1 dot box res dot x. But then when you add another box, the width will be equal to symbol 2 box res. So when you say that parent, whatever the symbol name was, that will be the parent of what it's added to. So this dot height is equal to that. What we can also do is move the box border as well, copying this box color and changing it to box border. But to save code lines, to save lines of code, you can just copy these two here, paste it, and we can say this dot parent dot box border dot width will be equal to those things. So that's how to access other objects that you're a child of, since that's your parent. And if we run that, now the problem that I was talking about will come in, because no matter what size the box was, it'll get snapped to be not small unless we drag it, of course. The reason, uh, the reason for that is because when the box is added to the stage, the mover is up in this corner and the box is in this corner. So you never set the resizer to be as wide as the box. So after we attach the movie, before this whole unenter frame function is called, we can say root symbol plus object depth dot box res dot x will be equal to object width, and y will be equal to object height, object h. So now when we draw our box, it's that big, and then we can start to resize it unless it's too small. So that's how I have it in mind. Let's see something else we can get done. Let's add a painter. So save your game. Go where it is box T. Please access the box T. So box tool, just duplicate this box tool and call it paint tool. Open up the paint tool and change this box group to something looking like a painter. And in the tool panel, just drag this box T there, call it T, paint T, which is paint tool, and swap with paint tool. So that it's a paint tool now. And let's see how much code we can get for the paint tool to work. Add a new on the tool thing. Box tool is equal to box, paint tool will be equal to paint, and root that tool p dot paint t, current tool will be equal to paint tool, and where's enter frame? In the cursor, if root that current is equal to cell, else if is equal to box. In the cursor actions we have, else if the current tool is equal to paint, then go to our stop paint. And let's make a painter, so just copy this paint box here, go into the cursor, and on the timeline, click on the third frame, right click, insert blank keyframe, excuse me, and paste, modify it how you'd like, resize it to your fit, and set the paint tool at this point here. And on the frame itself, in the label, name it paint. So now let's see if the paint tool option works. So rectangle, paint, box, right? So we can say box skull. Let's add a code for box skull. So where there's with that symbol object move, we can say no, just copy the code at top here. And say root dot symbol object depth dot box call dot on release is equal to function if current tool is equal to paint tool, and we'd want to take this code above here, copy that, paste that there, and set the first target, colorful target, to this, which is the color tool, and the other targets like that. So if we run it and we draw a box, then we change the color and want to paint it, click paint, it gets painted that color. Well, that's all we could have covered for this tutorial. We're almost finished with boxes. Now we need to add something to change their depth. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, like and subscribe and share. So I'll see you next time. Bye. Yes.